Hey y'all, I'm kinzeyrae. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing y'all how I got these really easy knotless goddess braids using the crochet method. The hair that I'll be using today is by Spectra, and this is their 26-inch pre-stretch braiding hair in the color 1. And I'll be using human hair for this style, and this is water wave hair in 20 inches. So I went ahead and did the back half of my hair off camera just so I can go ahead and get my groove down before I show you guys the process. If you guys want to see a parting tutorial on how I part my hair, I will have that in my description box. So definitely go and check that out. And this is what I'll be using to slick my hair down, and I'm just going to apply it all over this section, and then I'm going to go ahead and braid it down. Also, if you do want to leave out some baby hairs, be sure to section them off before you begin your braid. And the reason I'm braiding these small sections of hair is because we're going to be using these sections as like a base for whenever we crochet in the braiding hair. So when you're doing this braid, just make sure that you braid it tight to the root. I had a lot of trial and error with this, and I found when I braided the hair a little looser, whenever I crocheted the braiding hair in, it would just not be tight enough and the braid would end up just kind of hanging loose. So just try to make sure that you grab and braid the hair as close to your scalp as you can. And I'm just going to go ahead and go through the rest of this section, parting it off and then braiding it down and getting it ready for the next step, which is crocheting in the braiding hair. And here is how the section is looking after I'm all done braiding. And as you guys can see, I only do the braid maybe about less than halfway down. This is just because you just need the braid as like an anchor for the crochet braid. So you don't really have to braid it all the way down because your hair will end up being braided into the braid. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and move on to the crochet process. So I just start off by placing my crochet needle through the braid. And then I'm taking this much hair, and I like to twist the hair, and this just helps it stay on the crochet hook a little better. So I'm twisting the hair and then placing it into the crochet hook, closing it up, and then I'm going to pull it underneath my braid. And then after pulling it through, you want to grab like the loop of the hair and then just pull through one side of the hair. Then after getting it through, I just like to adjust it and make sure that it's even on both sides. And then we're going to go ahead and begin the braid. And to do this, I just section off the braiding hair into 3 different sections. So I pull a little bit from each side and then I combine it with my braid. So after I get my 3 sections, I just go ahead and begin braiding it down. And whenever you're doing this part, you can use that third piece of hair that you had in the middle to like cover up your braid. But I just didn't worry about doing that process because I think it looks fine without having to do that. But if you don't want your braid to show, you can always just make sure that middle section of hair is covering your braid while you're braiding it down. And then while I'm braiding it down, I do go ahead and begin feeding in the human hair, which I'll be showing you guys that in the next step. Alright, so in the next few clips, I'll just be showing you guys that same process of how you crochet in the braiding hair, and then you split it off into 3 sections and braid it down. And I do go ahead and braid my hair all the way down because at the end, I'm going to be curling my hair using some Flexi Rods. I'll pick back up with you guys once we are feeding in the human hair. Alright, so now we're feeding in the hair, and I just use a small little piece that I cut from the track. And this is such a hard process to explain, but basically I just pinch a piece of the hair and I kind of loop it in between 2 fingers, and then I begin to braid the hair down. And I'll go ahead and show you guys another example of that in the next clip. After I feed the hair in, I just continue to braid the hair down, and I found that placing the hair like in my mouth helps to just get the hair out of the way so that you won't end up braiding it into the rest of your braid. Alright, so here's another example as to how I feed the hair in. So I just place a piece of hair into two fingers and then I loop it around and then I just begin braiding it down. And then I just go ahead and braid it down a little bit and I place the long piece of hair into my mouth and then you want to braid down that short piece of hair that was formed whenever you loop the hair. And then sometimes these pieces did kind of stick out for me, so I just went back and cut the small pieces of hair just so they won't be sticking out of the braid. Alright, so I went ahead and finished up braiding that section of hair. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the ends of the hair, which you guys can see I pretty much braided all the way down to the ends. And I'm going to be using these Flexi Rods to curl the ends. So I'm just wrapping the hair around the Flexi Rod. And then I have some hot water boiling. And I'm just going to use that boiling water to dip my ends. And whenever you're dipping your hair, just make sure that you're really careful because this water is so hot. So I just dip my hair in and I let it sit for maybe like 15 to 20 seconds. And then after that, I just went ahead and took my hair out and did the same thing to the other side. And after letting them cool off for about 2 minutes, I went ahead and began unraveling it. And I just slowly took the hair off of the Flexi Rod and I began just kind of patting the hair dry a little bit. But as you can see, the curls came out really nice. Alright y'all, so after dipping my hair, I went ahead and just did my edges and this is the final result. They came out so cute. I think these might be my favorite braids that I have done so far. I just love how nicely the human hair looks with the braids. I think that it just looks very natural. And I like how nicely the Flexi Rods ended up curling the ends of the hair. So this style did take me about 7 hours to complete. That includes parting, braiding the hair, dipping the hair, and doing my edges and everything. So I would say about 7 hours. So I would say kind of plan ahead to do this style. And then, like I said, the only products that I really used was the crochet hook, the braiding hair, and the edge wax that I used. So overall, I love how my hair turned out. I definitely will be doing these braids again in the future. Also, I did do a video showing you guys how I style these braids. So whenever I do post that video, I'll go ahead and link it below and also at the end of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.